Welcome back to another My Friggin Movie Review. Today I'm talking about A Quiet Place Day 1. This film shows us a different perspective for the initial day attack in the Quiet Place universe. This one highlights the story of Lupita Nyong'o's character. In a movie that has limited dialogue, you have to rely a lot on facial expressions, watery eyes, quivering lips, all these different types of things to express emotion. And after seeing this, coupled with some of her other films, I think she's cementing herself as one of the best actors in Hollywood. Joseph Quinn also comes in here and he has to do the same thing. He really shocked me with the depth that he could portray with this character, and again, those same things I was talking about earlier with the emotional beats that has to be shown and expressed just through, his physical acting. But the strength of this film actually relies on the partnership that they form going through this sequence of events. I did like that they spent a significant amount of time with Lupita in the beginning, kind of giving us a little backstory. Sometimes that kind of thing can take away from the film and can feel like it takes too long, but in this case it worked really well. Although Djimon Hounsou was shown quite a bit in the trailer, I will say his character could have been used a little bit more. And overall, the story is pretty much the same. I think that, if you've seen one Quiet Place movie, you kind of get the gist of what's going on. But at the same time, it doesn't rely on past knowledge, so you don't have to see any of them. In fact, this is kind of a prequel, but nonetheless, you can watch it without seeing the others. And that actually leads me into the negatives of this movie. And the biggest problem that I had is actually the lack of dialogue. I know it's a movie about being quiet, but that's why the first one hit so well, because the usage of the sign language with the subtitles let me get story and communication and dialogue in that way, where that was missing here. Plot didn't have to be too detailed. Again, it's more about survival, but they did add a few elements that left me wondering, what is that about? And it gave me a little bit more questions than I was really expecting to have going into it, without really getting any satisfactory answers to some of those questions. So that was a little bothersome. So I'm going to give A Quiet Place Day 1 3.5 stars out of 5, and although the story beats were a little straightforward, the strength of the acting really saves this film for me. I think I prefer the first one over all of them, but I still recommend you see this one in theater. So after you silence the cell phone and zip those lips, run down to the theater to not say anything, and then check this one out. And after you do, come back here and let me know if I'm friggin' right or I'm friggin' wrong.